Proverbs chapter 6, verse 6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise.
Yeah. Why the Most High say go to the ant, you sluggard? What's a sluggard?
Slothful person.
Slothful or lazy.
Lady.
Yeah.
Lady.
So who's the Most High saying to the ant? The lazy ones, the ones that don't want to adhere to instructions. Read that again.
Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise. Which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provide her meat in the summer, and gathereth her food in the harvest.
Yeah, so what does an ant do all summer?
Prepares. Cold weather.
Yeah. Because they know what's going to happen in the cold weather.
Gonna be able to come out.
They can't come out. Most High looks at the ants as being wise. Said they go on there, they know what's going to come. They know winter is coming, so what they do? They store up. They're prepared for the time to come when they can't do. Read on.
How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that travelleth, as thy want as an armed man.
Yeah, same as the other scripture says. So is your poverty is going to come. If you don't prepare, what the Most High say? If a man don't eat a man don't work, he don't eat. Right? Get me chapter 28 and verse 19.
Proverbs chapter 28, verse 19. He that tilleth his land shall have plenty of bread.
Yeah, he that tilleth his land shall have plenty of bread. Because when you can't buy and sell, what are you going to have to do?
Grow yourself.
You're going to have to till the land. You're going to have to go back into the days of old. That's why the Most High said, remember the days of old? I know none of us never tilled no land. I know I haven't, you know. I know some people down south might have done it, but, we're going to have to start learning the old ways. Because if we can't depend on this society that's going to introduce this mark, we're going to have to learn how to be self-sufficient, how to till our land. Because one man is going to plant, another is going to water, but what's going to happen?
The Most High is going to increase.
Yeah. So what is that scripture showing you?
Each one teach one. You got to help each other out.
That too. It's showing you that.
But you gotta prepare.
Yeah, you got to prepare also. But the Most High is not going to do anything unless you put your hand to it first. You can't just sit back and, well, the Most High is going to take care of me. I'm not going to worry. I got faith. Faith without works is what?
Dead.
Yeah, dead. We got plenty of examples as to what we need to do. So read that part again.
He that tilleth his land shall have plenty of bread, but he that followeth after vain persons shall have poverty enough.
Yeah. He that followeth after vain persons will have poverty enough. Always prepare yourself. Drop that and let's go to a couple of examples. Let's go to Matthew. Matthew's chapter 25. One of my favorite scriptures. Start at the first verse.
Matthew chapter 25, verse 1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps, and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish.
So who are these virgins representing? A war.
Israel?
Israel? Okay. Is this all of Israel?
Nah. It's like half of them. Half of them are wise. Or Salakia, so 10 virgins, right?
Yeah, 10 virgins. Well, it's not actually half.
No, it's Salakia, it's Israel. Now, when you go to
What percentage would it be?
A third.
A third. They just use 5 and 5, but it's actually 1/3. Because the 2/3 are going to be unwise. Because they're not going to make it. So which part of the 5 you want to be? You know, you want to be part of that 1/3. You want to be wise. Read on.
They that were foolish took their lamps, and took no oil with them.
Yeah. So what the foolish do? They went and got their lamp. They got the wick. They got their matches. But they got no oil. They don't have enough oil with them. Why was it important for them to have oil?
The way it was the light, it was understanding.
No. Why did they need lamps?
See through the darkness to come.
Is it the actual oil or just the reading of the
That's not
knowledge?
the actual oil.
Well, it's both. It's how do you call it? A metaphor, you know? Yahushua is trying to show them that when is he coming to meet them?
At night.
When?
At night.
He's coming to meet them at night, right? So why would they need their lamp?
To see.
They're gonna need their lamp to see. Can you see in the dark? No, you can't see in the dark unless you work the night shift, you know. I worked the night shift for a couple of years, you know, so I'm kind of used to it. But a lot of us, we can't see in the dark, so we're gonna need a light to shine the way, so that we don't do what?
Stumbling forward.
Stumble and fall, right? So we don't want to stumble, so we want to have oil in our lamps. So that's why Yahushua said, be prepared. The foolish, they came, bought their lamps, and had no oil in it. What do you think gonna happen to them?
Stumbling
Stumble
forward.
and fall.
They're gonna stumble and fall. They're gonna run into walls, trip over each other. Why? Why did the foolish not bring their oil?
They're foolish.
They were busy doing other things in the world.
That
And
too.
not prepared. They weren't preparing.
That too, and they wasn't what?
Inviting to the wedding. That's what I'm saying. That's,
They wasn't listening. They wasn't obeying. Yeah. They wasn't obeying. Because they heard the trumpet. They knew these things were coming, but they didn't heed. That's why we as watchmen, we go out and say, listen, we going to prophesy, we going to tell you whether you hear or whether you forbid. So that the burden that's on us is off. We told you, we warned you. We told you these things was coming. It's up to you now. Let every man or woman be convinced in their own mind. You know? Read that again.
Verse 3. They that were foolish took their lamps, and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps.
Yeah. But the wise, the prudent, they said, you know what? I know what's coming. I know he's coming in the night. I don't know how long we're going to be wandering in the darkness. So I'm going to bring enough. I'm going to prepare enough. I'm going to have some extra here just in case he overstay. You know, if he don't come in the first watch, I'm going to have enough for the second and third watch. So the wise prepared their oil. Read on.
While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept.
Yeah, so what happened? The bridegroom tarried. Now the bridegroom is late. So what happened to the foolish that had no oil?
They couldn't either.
And the wise now. What happened to the wise?
They went any better.
They're out there waiting in the dark with their lamp shining. Okay. The bridegroom is late. But guess what? I still got some extra oil. I can wait until the second watch. Read that again.
While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him.
Yeah, so midnight. Is it dark or is it light at midnight?
So,
Very dark.
It's dark at midnight. Is this scripture telling you when Yahweh Shai is returning?
middle of the night.
Is the scripture saying that Yahweh Shai is returning at midnight?